Alright guys, this place has no roof and it looks like someone's been roasting marshmallows here for about a week straight. Don't you think it's time for a bit of an upgrade? New tile floor maybe? Install a new toilet? Who knows? Hello everyone, I am ThirdMarioBrother and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. In the last episode, we made it here to Ecruteak City after receiving our 6th and final team member, Noodle the Dratini, who by the way is now level 29 and learned the move Slam, although that is an aside. We came to Ecruteak City and bested the 5 Kimono girls who we've been rescuing periodically throughout our adventure here at the Ecruteak Dance Theater. They each had evolutions, but our evolution came out on top, Blackberry, and the rest of our team pulled through and we defeated all of them. But they ran off suddenly because they heard that some giant ancient Pokemon might have been flying over the bell tower here. So, in today's episode, we will be finding out what that Pokemon is and taking on the first legendary of this playthrough. And if you guys are excited for that, just as I am, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below. With that, let's head to the barrier station to bell tower. No trespassing by the unworthy. Well, I, for one, think that I am quite worthy, so let's see if we can't get in. Past here is the bell tower. This tower was built as a place of rest for Ho-Oh, the legendary flying-type Pokemon. Since Ho-Oh left, many people have gone up to the tower to try to bring it back, but none have succeeded in making Ho-Oh appear. Morty, the gym leader, is one who has tried. I see. That's the Ecruteak gym badge. The badge alone will not do any good, but I can let you through. Please do go on. And we get through because we have the, second badge in the game. Sure, yeah, that makes us worthy enough, right? But this area is super cool. Not only do we have this very, Japanese-esque architecture going on, but look at how beautiful the Bell Chime Trail is. This is one of the most beautiful sections in any Pokemon game. I could stay here forever just watching. But we've got work to do. Inside the bell tower. Look at that Rattata over in the corner. You're not fooling anybody, man. I know you're there. And there are going to be wild Pokemon here, so let's go ahead and throw up a Max Repel. I went shopping off screen, by the way. We have a whole bunch of Max Potions now. We had a lot of money just laying around. But now we have a whole bunch of Max Potions and a whole bunch of items. And hey, how you doing, bald dude? That thing you have. Shiny! You have done it. Please come through. With that, we have the approval of Random Bald Man, meaning that we may be able to see this legendary Pokemon after all. Things are getting real mystical up in here, guys. That thing was just glowing, and we have some sort of magical power going on. But before we get to use our magical power, we have a magical puzzle that we have to solve here in the bell tower. Yeah, there's a little bit of a jumping puzzle, which I don't remember from my childhood at all. Which is kind of strange. Is there... No, you can't read that statue, or there's no hidden item in it or anything. But this is dumb right here. Like, there's a ramp stuck behind that pillar that you cannot see until you jump over it. That is just silly, if you ask me. But let's go ahead and head up the bell tower. And, okay, I don't remember this bit. This looks a lot more complicated than anything we've seen so far. Okay, there are some items hidden around here, though, so I'm going to do my best to get all of those, because they are fairly nice things as far as I know. For example, that PP up, I am quite happy that we ended up with that. We're going around in a little circle here. Man, we are getting our exercise today before we go up against this beast of a Pokemon hiding at the top of this tower. So, yeah, let's go ahead and grab the last item, which is over there. It looks like we're going to have to loop all the way around, unfortunately, and put up another repel. Man, the best development in any Pokemon game was where it asks you if you want to put up another repel as soon as one runs out. That was amazing. Whoever came up with that idea needs a promotion like yesterday. I'm sure they already got one. But yes, the last item is down here, and what's it gonna be? Got ourselves an Ultra Ball. One single Ultra Ball. Not all that useful, because I bought like 15 off screen. But anyway, let's go ahead and make our way over to one of these ladders. Don't believe it matters which one you choose, and climb up it. Whew! That was a good workout, Scrambler. I bet your legs are gonna feel like egg yolks in the morning. And we can't go anywhere from here. So, let's find ourselves another ladder, shall we? I don't remember which one is the right one. So, I'm gonna go ahead and just try this one, because it's the nearest to us. And hope this gets us somewhere. Yes, okay. So, on to the next tier of this puzzle. Where are we trying to go? So either way, it's gonna take us to here. So, ooh, get ourselves an item. That's nice. That's nice. That's always nice. Ooh, and it's a rare candy. I have no complaints about that. Unfortunately, it looks like we're gonna have to go one more time around this entire loopy thingy. So, the rare candy is going to fill our bodies up with the calories that we just spent jumping all over all these ramps, so that's kind of unfortunate for us. But you know what? It don't matter, because I like my candy nice and sweet, and I forgot that we can't go up this ladder. Alright. No! I didn't mean to do that! I got too trigger happy with the up button there, but this should be the last loop around of this place that we have to do, because I do believe that I know where I'm going now. I'm not getting lost. Do they sell maps here? Do they sell maps of this ancient bell tower that nobody ever is allowed to enter? I sure hope so. Yeah, let's go down this way, and we're gonna want to go... No, not that! Dang it! Oh my gosh. Okay, now we have to jump down this way, and there we go. We've gotten to the ladder that we want to get to. With that, we have a max potion, which I will take. You're actually probably going to need a lot of healing items for this here event that's about to go down, so make sure you keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and cross this bridge up here, because I do want this item. It's just sitting there staring me in the face, and we got ourselves a full heal, which also may be useful. So, jump down here, climb up this ladder, and are we at the top yet? Not quite, but we are getting very, very close. Man, I forgot how puzzly this place is, and this will warp us to this platform down here. This one will bring us to where? This platform over in the corner. Whoa, what is going on, man? This is blowing my mind right now. I totally forgot any of this was here. But, yeah, looks like we can climb on over here, and that will bring us to this, which will bring us to a hidden item. You know what? I will take it. Let's go for it. Find ourselves that max elixir. I have absolutely no complaints about that. Spin over here. Man, I have never been good at these teleporting puzzles. Not the, one in Ruby and Sapphire. Not even, like, the spinning puzzle in the rocket hideout. Like, I can't do it, man. My brain is just not built for teleportation. It's built for walking. It's built for running. It's built for making that money. No, I'm just kidding. But, yeah, these teleportation puzzles always just blow my mind. But hey, at least we are getting ourselves full of items right now. Let's use another max repel and see what the proper turn is here. What the right move is, man. Because I personally do not know. Man, I feel like I could make a rap beat to me jumping over these hoops. Like, yeah, gonna catch a Pokemon. Yeah, and I am a real, John, yeah, and I want to go to, Flan, yeah. Oh, man, can you tell I've never freestyled once in my life? Oh, gosh. I think I did on stream once, actually, somewhere. I don't remember where, but, yeah. Let's just go ahead and jump over here, because we haven't been down to this portion yet, so I assume that this is going to bring us somewhere that we might be interested in. Will it? Okay, new territory. That is one good sign. I assume we don't want to take the very first portal, but that's the only option we have. So let's see where it takes us. That's going to bring us up here, right next to this brand new HP up. Ooh, that is looking shiny. That is looking nice. I respect it. I enjoy it. And where can we go from here? To this portal over here. Have we been to this bit yet? Apparently not, because there's an item, a full restore. Awesome, man. They're just throwing the items at you, because they know that what is coming you are not ready for. I know that we are not ready for it. Maybe, you know, my team is ready for it. I might not be, but my team is behind my back. They got me, and I am, therefore, ready and confident to take on whatever lies up this ladder. The 5 kimono girls are assembled. Oh man, they all look so cute, but this is absolutely climactic. Let's see what's up here. Yes, this is where we welcome Ho-Oh. When the dance we practiced for many days becomes one with the sound of the clear bell we entrusted to you, then Ho-Oh shall come down from the great arch of the sky once again. That is indeed Ho-Oh, the guardian of the sky around here from ancient times. So many have tried and tried, only to fail. Brian, your heart and the clear bell in harmony have finally made it appear. Brian, don't you see? Ho-Oh must have been waiting for someone like you all this time. Wouldn't you agree? Hey man, I'm just a kid. I don't know if I'm cut out for this, but Ho-Oh is staring us straight in the face, so who would we be to turn down that challenge? And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the legendary bird Pokemon that flies over the skies of Johto and leaves rainbows in its wake. This is Ho-Oh, the beast of a fire-flying mascot for Pokemon HeartGold. And let me tell you, there is a reason that they were leaving HP ups and full restores and full heals and all types of healing items along the bell tower on the way to this Pokemon, because this thing is an absolute monster. And if you don't do something to neuter its gigantic attack power really, really quickly, it is going to rip through your team like it's paper, like it's butter. You don't even rip through butter. But Ho-Oh is just that powerful. It will rip through your team like butter, even though that doesn't make any sense. Which is why, right off the bat here, we're going to go ahead and try to play it a little bit cheap and hit this thing with 6 sand attacks and drop its accuracy down to the very minimum, because it's going to take a lot of turns to try to capture this thing. And of course, yes, we are going to capture this Ho-Oh. There is no doubt about that. But it might be a little bit difficult on the way there. Yeah, I'm lowering this thing's accuracy because it is packing, as you guys can see, Sunny Day, which it keeps trying to use over and over for some reason, which I am okay with. Thank you for the mercy, oh Ho-Oh, I appreciate it. Oh Ho-Oh. That doesn't even, like, roll off the tongue or anything. Ho-Oh is actually kind of hard to say, but that's all an aside. It's packing Fire Blast and Sacred Fire, its signature move, which I do kind of hope we get to see at least one time before the battle's over, which, if they are Sunny Day boosted, will absolutely murder anything in their path. Like, even if you have a really strong defensive beast like Blackberry, even if you have a Pokemon that resists Fire-type moves like Gatorade, for example, a Sunny Day boosted Sacred Fire is going to ruin your day. So be sure to do something, whether it's sleep or paralysis or accuracy drop or like all of the above, to lower this thing's attacking power before it can start doing stuff like this to us. Lambchop, can you take this? I know you're strong. I know you can pull through. Alright, just over half. Alright, okay. Doing alright so far. Let's hit this with another Thunderbolt. Should bring it down into the red. What's that looking like? Yes, alright, just one sliver of health left, and, I don't really want to Thunder Wave this thing. I actually want to try to put it to sleep, because that's a more useful, status condition. So what we are going to do, I'm going to go ahead and use a Hyper Potion on... Wait, no, I'm not going to use a Hyper Potion on anybody. Why did I think Blackberry had taken a whole bunch of damage? That's just silly of me. I guess we'll just go ahead and chuck an Ultra Ball at it, even though that's kind of a waste. And yes, I have 66 Ultra Balls. We're going to need every single one of them. But man, Ho-Oh, such a beast. I love this Pokemon so much, from its design, the fact that it's just rainbow colored, and it looks so godlike without even trying. And plus the fact that it just feels really mystical. The ceremony leading up to this with the kimono girls, the little cutscene of it flying in, and plus my previous experiences with Ho-Oh, just in general kind of make me feel like this is one heck of a god tier Pokemon that you do not want to mess with. Like, the first episode of the anime, for example, where Ash is, like, setting out on his journey or whatever, and he, like, he's walking out, and then all of a sudden, Ho-Oh, you don't know what it is, flies across the sky, sparkling everywhere, and dropping rainbows left and right, and it's just so, like, mystical, so, like, untouchable, like, whoa, what is that thing in the sky? That is some sort of god blessing me on my journey, and that's just the feeling that Ho-Oh has going on, you know? And I love it so, so much. Plus, when I was a kid, I had a lot of reverence for Ho-Oh because, like, as opposed to Lugia, even, for example, you can get Lugia at the end of Pokemon XD. They basically hand the Pokemon to you without asking any questions. Like, it's a required part of the story, so it's not really that big of a deal. You get a Lugia in that game, basically. But Ho-Oh, the only way you could get Ho-Oh at least in my childhood. I played a lot of 3rd gen, so that's why I ramble on about it constantly. The only way you could get Ho-Oh back in those days was to play through and 100% complete all of Pokemon Colosseum, a feat in itself, and then do this, like, extra mode on top of that, this, like, bonus mode that wasn't a part of the main game. And it took me so long, so many months of trying so hard to get Ho-Oh onto my team, that, like, when I finally did it, it was the most accomplished I've ever felt in my life up until then and since. I remember I named the, like, Wurmple that I traded into Pokemon Colosseum from Pokemon Ruby, I named it, like, Honor, or The Honored, or Honorable, or something like that, just because I was so excited to have this beast finally in my party. Even though it didn't really fit on my team at all, and I never actually used it competitively. But that's all water under the bridge, or fire in the sky, or rainbows in the clouds, or whatever. I don't know what would fit here. But I think part of the reason that all of that happened is because, when I was younger, I played way more Pokemon than any of my friends did, right? I was way more into it than any of they were. Ooh, please miss. Oh no, it's gonna hit the Sacred Fire. Please do not take out the Scrambler. This is going to be bad news. Oh, Scrambler's not gonna live. Looks like we're gonna have to revive him because I do want to put this thing to sleep rather than paralyze it. Because sleep tends to come in handy a little more than paralysis against these legendaries. But anyway, like I was saying, I like to battle my friends a lot as a kid because I put way more time into everything than them, and like that just kind of works out to the point where, like, I would win every battle, and it made me feel real good about myself. But one of my friends got tired of getting his butt beat constantly by my A+ competitive teams, so he ended up buying a Game Shark and hacking in a whole bunch of legendary Pokemon to try to beat me with. He had, like, a Deoxys, a Lugia, a Rayquaza, a Ho-Oh, some other stuff I really honestly don't quite remember, but it was just like a really giant team of incredible legendaries, you know? And I was doing fine. I took out the Deoxys, the Rayquaza, all these things, mostly because my friend didn't really know like what moves to like put on these Pokemon to actually have them be useful or anything like that. But I took everything out except at the very end he brought out Ho-Oh, and no matter what I threw at it, I could not do anything to this giant flappy rainbow chicken. It was ridiculous. Like, this thing was taking all of my hits and just ripping through my team constantly. So ever since that day, I decided, oh my gosh, I need a Ho-Oh in my life, and that's when I started on my pursuit with Pokemon Colosseum that took so many months to get through, and that's probably why I revere this thing so much to this day. I don't know, Pokemon that you can't really get like in the games normally always had like a really special, like revered place in my heart, you know? Like, for example, Celebi, which was in Pokemon Forever, the movie, I believe. I always thought Celebi was just so like mystical and awesome. I didn't think it was like too powerful looking or anything, because it's kind of not, but it was just so cool, you know? Because like it's this cute little Pokemon that you can't get in any of the games, and I was like, man, if I had a Celebi, I'd be the coolest kid on the block. And it was the same deal with Ho-Oh for a long time. And please don't wake up. Good, it's still fast asleep. Now, it's pretty typical to take like 60 Ultra Balls on this thing, on average, probably to catch it, even if it has like almost no HP like it does right now, and it has a status condition going on. Look, the balls aren't even shaking, and Ho-Oh is like breaking out of every single one of them while it's asleep. He still has his eyes open even though he's asleep. Now that's how you know that a Pokemon is here to play and means business. Hey, we got one shake. That's progress, right? Aw, it appeared to be caught. God dang it, and it's gonna hit the extrasensory. Why do you do this to me, Ho-Oh? That doesn't make any sense. Your accuracy is so low, it's ridiculous. What was I about to say? I don't even remember. Let's just throw in Gatorade, something that resists the fire, so that we can revive the Scrambler once again, bring him back to life, and yeah, hit this thing with the sleep. So sleep is a more effective status condition than paralysis in terms of increasing the catch rate of Pokemon. And that's why I want the Scrambler to be out here at all times, at attention, ready to go, because I don't want to mess around with no 70, 80, 90 Ultra Balls, because we don't have that many. I spent the incredible amount of money that we've been saving. By the way, we had a lot of money prior to this episode, actually. It was kind of ridiculous, and I spent that on like 60 Ultra Balls or something like that. So if we're not able to catch this Ho-Oh, I'm going to be a little bit of an unhappy camper because this thing is just stubborn as heck. Has it showed off a Sacred Fire yet? I cannot remember, but Sacred Fire is so cool. That probably is another reason why Ho-Oh is so, like, god status in my head, just because it has a move named Sacred Fire. If one of your moves has the word sacred in it, you know you've been doing something right with your life. Like, God, if I had, like, a sacred controller or something like that, or, like, sacred pants, like, you'd walk up to me and be like, wow, this dude has sacred pants. I don't want to mess with him. He must be some sort of god. Sacred socks? Sacred underwear? Wow, that's incredible. But anyway, dang it, we had the 2 shakes, and I thought I was going to keep going, but apparently, I'm just not feeling it in my heart. Ho-Oh, man. Ho-Oh is just so cool. I had never actually ended up using it on a competitive team. Which is a real shame after all the hype I put myself through trying to catch this thing as a kid, because, like, I spent so many months trying to catch it, and I already had a Blaziken on my team in Ruby, and I didn't want to get rid of it because I was just, like, really attached to it, you know? So I tried to, like, hackney Ho-Oh into my team, but there was really no place for it, and so it kind of sucked on my team, and I never even got it up to level 100, which is so, like, anticlimactic for such an amazingly, like, godlike Pokemon. I keep using that word, but that really is just the feeling I get when I look at it, man. That's not the feeling I get when I look at it breaking out of these Pokeballs, though, because I am not appreciating the fact that you are not appreciating this beautiful little home that I have set up for you. I do like the fact that you're missing these extra sensories left and right, but I don't like the fact that we're almost out of yawns. This thing has pressure, by the way, so you're going to be using 2 PP per move that you use, meaning we're only going to have 5 yawns in total unless we use like an elixir or an ether or something, which we'll probably end up having to do, of course. But, yeah, I forgot what I was saying again. Oh man, my brain is just on whack right now because we are facing off against this giant flying chicken, dude. The more you look at Ho-Oh, though, even though it is this epic godlike creature, the more you look at it, the more it just looks like a giant chicken, you know? Like, look at that long neck, man. Look at that big yellow beak. Look at the eyes, look at the claws, look at the talons. It really is just an overrated chicken, you know? And speaking of overrated, Ho-Oh, I know you're supposed to be the rainbow Pokemon and all, but that is false advertising. I just see red, green, white, gold, and okay, fine, the black on your feet, too. And that is not even a rainbow color, man. Black ain't gonna be in any rainbow near me, or else I will not partake in looking at it. That is the weirdest sentence I've ever said. But, yeah, this ain't a rainbow Pokemon. This is like a half rainbow at best, man. Ho-Oh, get out of here and get in my ball. I'll stop insulting you if you get in my ball, please. Like, I'm desperate here. And it's gonna hit 2 extra sensories in a row. That is barely fair. This thing has -6 accuracy. It should not hit 2 attacks in a row. That is not how this is supposed to work, man. So, let's go ahead and hit it with our last yawn. And after this, it looks like we're gonna have to resort to paralysis if, well, actually, we do have, I guess... Oh, we have a bunch of ethers and stuff. So, part of this I'm probably going to have to end up cutting out, actually. Let's go ahead and use the fastball just for jokes, because this is a pretty fast Pokemon. Maybe it'll work. Definitely didn't work. Well, I tried. I did my best. And it's going to hit 3 extra sensories in a row. That is not even fair, man. I think that's going to take out the Scrambler. That is unfortunate. No, well, Scrambler, you did your job. And for now, we'll just go ahead and proceed off this 1 sleep because I don't want to have to revive the Scrambler and then put it back to sleep immediately after reviving the Pokemon. So, your foe's weak. Get him, Gatorade. Stand there and soak up damage while I chuck 18 billion balls at this thing. Yeah. So back to the Ultra Ball grind. And like I said earlier, it is not uncommon for this thing to take like 60 Ultra Balls. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. So, when I was a kid, my friend was stuck on Pokemon Emerald, right? And he had me, like, playing through it for him because he didn't know what to do. And I got to the part where you're supposed to catch Rayquaza. And I put this thing to sleep. I got it down to 1 HP, even a smaller sliver than Ho-Oh has on screen right now. And it was full of either, like, asleep or paralyzed, and I was chucking, like, 80, 90 Ultra Balls at it, and resetting the game, and resetting the game, and resetting the game, and I could not, for the life of me, catch it. It was ridiculous, and after, like, hours of doing this, I told my friend, alright, you know what, you can do this, screw it. Like, it's not that hard, your turn. He's like, okay. Takes the Game Boy, boots up the Rayquaza battle, and guess what he does? He throws one single Pokeball at it. Full health! Full health! No status condition, nothing. Opens up the battle, throws one Pokeball, and catches this thing. I didn't even know that was possible. But I felt like crying. I have never felt so, like, down in my life as I did that day. Like, what are the chances of that? That is so stupidly rare. That's like catching 10 shinies in a row, man. Like, it's ridiculous. But, speaking of ridiculous, it looks like we're gonna have to, how much does an ether restore? I never use these things. So I have no idea how much, PP these restore, but it looks like we're gonna have to do that this time around. Gatorade, all these attacks are too strong to, allow this Ho-Oh to keep on living, so let's just switch into the Scrambler. Hope this thing doesn't get an attack off on the switch in. That would be really, really terrible. Please don't. And it misses the extrasensory. Good, 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 good. Now just miss one more, Ho-Oh, and then just be a good boy and go to sleep. I'll tuck you in and I'll let you sleep on a nice feather pillow after eating our chicken dinner. Oh boy. But, yep, back to the Ultra Ball grind. And we only have 40 left. And that's a ridiculous sentence. We only have 40 Ultra Balls left. I can't believe it. Only 40? But that is only 40 in the case of fighting against Ho-Oh. Yeah, have you guys ever had an experience like that where you catch a super legendary Pokemon or a really hard to catch Pokemon on your very first try or something close to that? Because that is the only time I've seen that ever happen. And it just blew me away, and it still blows me away to this day. So, Ho-Oh, you're snoozing. What you dreaming about? Dreaming about flying over the cuckoo's nest? What's the... Oh man, I can't even make puns right now. My pop culture knowledge is being scrambled by the fact... Oh man, that was an accidental pun. Woo! Scrambled by the fact that we have a literal god in front of us right now. But, yeah. I really, really want to try using Ho-Oh on, like, a competitive Ubers team or something like that, but I haven't played Pokemon competitively in a long, long time, and even then, it was mostly just, a couple random battles here and there on, Pokemon Showdown, so... Really never was super duper into that, but it is really fun. There's a lot of strategy that goes into Pokemon once you get to the competitive level, and I really respect that. It's crazy how deep into it people get, and if you're a competitive Pokemon battler, man, you are more of a master than I could ever be. I respect it. Now, I would respect this Ho-Oh if he would just hop into this ball. Come on, man, get in the coop. Lay some eggs, do your giant flappy birdie thing, whatever Ho-Ohs do, and stop extra-censoring me, first of all. That is just rude. You're supposed to miss all your attacks and obey my every command, duh. But let's go ahead and yawn this thing and see if we can't do any damage to it. I feel like I'm going to have to cut at some point because we've gone through, like, what, 30 Ultra Balls so far? And this thing is showing no signs of wanting to hop into one. So... can we get it? Not quite yet, apparently. Oh my gosh, okay. We got this thing down to one tiny sliver of HP now, so this should yield slightly better results. Come on, Ho-Oh, it's like you're scared to get in the ball. Stop being such a chicken. Oh my gosh, yes, we finally did it! The very first pun that I said, and this Ho-Oh went into our ball. Oh, yes! Oh, that took so long. I'm not gonna lie. I had to reload save data and try that again because Ho-Oh was just being so stubborn. We didn't run out of Ultra Balls, but eventually it ran out of PP on all its moves and struggled and killed itself. And I don't have that on camera for you guys, but oh my gosh, that took so long. But finally, we have this beast of a chicken god on our side. Ho-Oh number 253, the Rainbow Pokemon. Legends claim this Pokemon flies the world's skies continuously on its magnificent 7-colored wings. I still only see 2. I want my money back. I want my 9 billion Ultra Balls back, Ho-Oh. So, because you were so horribly stubborn in the getting caught department, we're just gonna go ahead and name this dude Chick-in. Aw, we can't put wing. Chicken, alright, we can't put wings, so let's go ahead and put chicken leg. Yup, that's what we are naming this incredibly god-tier Pokemon. Chicken Leg the Ho-Oh is now on our side. But, yes, we did it. We caught Ho-Oh, the main legendary of Johto in Pokemon HeartGold. You have not only made Ho-Oh appear, but you have also caught it. You are so wonderful. There is nothing more for us to say. Take good care of yourself in your journey. You have done a great job. Say hello to Professor Elm for us. You have done a great job. Do they all say the same thing? That's weird. These guys are like robots. They don't have any more like congratulations or anything to say. Ah, man. I'm gonna go congratulate myself after that, because that was a long grind. Like an hour of trying to catch this thing. That is incredible. But that does it for Ho-Oh, the legendary rainbow Pokemon of the Johto region. It is now under our control, sitting in the PC, and we're probably not ever gonna ever use it. Because using a legendary would be just a little bit of cheating, you know? But anyway, I think I need to go sit down after that. Actually, no, let's go ahead and go look at Ho-Oh in our box real quick. I just want to see the power that we just captured. Because, man, oh, I haven't felt this accomplished in a long time. Oh, that's kind of pathetic, but oh, we have a Ho-Oh, everybody. I can't believe it. My brain cannot wrap itself around this giant chicken sitting in here. Oh, yeah, and it's holding a Sacred Ash, which boosts Sacred Fire's power, which is why Sacred Fire is stronger on Ho-Oh than is Fire Blast. Look at this. Sacred Fire 100 and Fire Blast is 120. Plus, I guess, Sacred Fire is a physical move, and Ho-Oh is more a physical attacker, which doesn't really make sense, because it doesn't look that physical. But anyway, it's got Extra Sensory, Sunny Day, Fire Blast, and Sacred Fire. The foe is raised with a mystical fire of great intensity. God, that's why Ho-Oh is so cool. But yep, Chicken Leg likes to fight, and that is the truest statement I have heard all day. All this thing was doing was fighting for the past hour, but we finally have it under our belt. And with that, we are ready to move on to bigger and better things. Yes, bigger and better things than Ho-Oh, the strongest legendary, I guess the only legendary that we've encountered so far, but the strongest Pokemon that we've encountered so far on this journey. And those bigger and better things are the Pokemon League. So, with this incredible legendary under our belt, we will be heading off toward the Pokemon League to become the champions of the Johto region in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon HeartGold. If you enjoyed this episode, or you really want to be nice to me after that incredible grind I just went through to get this thing, please make sure to leave a like on the video down below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much for all your support. I, Blackberry, Gatorade, Scrambler, everybody, and Chicken Leg the Ho-Oh even, are eternally grateful for all your support. So, next time, we're off to the Pokemon League. Thank you guys so much once again for watching, and I will see you guys then.